Like that's my thing. It's kind of like if you're gonna do it, be consistent with it. You know what I'm saying? Do it with everybody. When you watch a battle, like for example, one of the reasons I started going off on Tech Nine recently was it's like when I watched their recap on me and YK, it was Tech Nine's whole thing he started was the what is it, the overused bars committee, the OBC shit. But then when it came to YK, you got somebody that's sitting there telling you who's been paying attention to my upbringing and somebody that's one of my OGs, D out of Hemi man, he's telling you right then and there to tech space, a lot of that material was used before. And Tech Nine goes, well, I mean, when you're cooking this good, who cares? Whoa, hold on, we can't do that.
Right.
If we gonna be consistent with it, it really don't matter how good you do it. We've heard this before, or someone's heard this before, and they're pointing this out. Why isn't it taken into account? But they did spend the whole show speaking on how I had one Matrix bar. You know what I'm saying? And they like to go, oh, it's a Matrix bar that was used before, this, that, the third. You know what I'm saying? We've heard Matrix bars, but we've heard that shit too that he was saying. Like, he had a jackhammer, jackknife bar that fucking Snake used in the 202. We're not speaking on that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I just point that out to say, like, if we gonna do it, you gotta be consistent with it for everybody. You can't pick and choose who to do it for. Like, that's the biggest thing.
That's a great point. That's a great point.
Yeah, you got to do it for the vets. You got to do it for the young guys. You got to do it for the up and coming guys. You got to do it for the mid tiers. You can't just, okay, Twerk's hot right now. Let's go and dissect everything he's done. No, when you're watching that battle when you're watching Holmesy and Joe for the first time, point out what you think Holmesy did like somebody else or Joe did like somebody else right then and there. Don't wait till later.
Now, to their credit, there's 555 million battle rappers. They can't actually give their opinion on every battle rap or every battle rap event or every league. I mean, they're just two guys, to their credit. So, I mean, how can you, how can they figure out how to do this without seeming biased or without picking and choosing the right or wrong people?
I mean, well, when you make this your job, that's just the load that you take on when you make this your job. You know what I'm saying? So actually, there's kind of really no excuse to be honest, because it's your job. Like, for example, I see Jay Black. I actually seen on Twitter the other day that Jay Black was talking about how he watches First Take to the point to where all they talk about is the superstars, to where he can predict the arguments they're gonna have. You know what I'm saying? And I say that to say it's Stephen A. Smith, Max Kellerman, and all those other reporters' jobs to watch everything in the NBA, in the NFL, so that when they speak, they know what they're speaking on. It is now these media platforms' job to watch everything, so when you speak, you know what you're speaking on. That's how you remain a credible source. That's what it's and y'all and the media platforms choose to do this. No one makes them become a media platform. They choose to do this. Right. So, with the fact that you made this your job, you have to be on it. It becomes kind of like a 9-to-5 or a career. You know what I'm saying? You have to continuously watch everything and break down everything and analyze everything. So when you see something new, you could point out what's being redone and state that it's not acceptable. For the most part, it's just simply reiterating the fact that when you make this your job, all right, for example, even if you don't watch all of the smaller leagues, you know what I'm saying? The leagues that are mainly watched, we got the RBEs, you know what I'm saying? You got Lil Johnny's league.
Who's Lil Johnny's league? I never heard of that league.
You know what I'm saying? You got the oh well, his league is the Pentecostal Baptist Church League. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh
You know what I'm
shit! Now,
saying?
all right. Let me not feed into
The
that. Battle bullpen battle league is the shit, man. I know y'all got y'all thing, but I'm not lying. I didn't know you talking about John John.
you know what
Nah,
I'm saying?
I
You
fucks with
got you got
bullpen.
you got that league that
You're
gets
funny.
you got that league that gets watched. You got URL. You got KOTD. You know what I'm saying? You got the other leagues and things like that. You know what I'm saying? The body bag battle leagues and the
The We
the
Go
leagues
Hards
that
and the
people watch.
Trap New York.
House and you know what I'm saying, UW and things like that. So just even on that scale of the more prominent leagues that people like to watch, you know what I'm saying? You study all of them and you can see what's going on. You can see how everybody's doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? All right, for example, Smack Volume 2. When everybody Smack Volume 1, when everybody was coming at Twerk about the whole a few months back about the lines that they said he stole. As much as I'm not uh in tune with Rome DMV anymore. We've had our issues and whatnot. I thought that was a very genius move. The way he broke down everybody in Smack Volume 1 saying the same shit to their opponent that's been said before. Because that actually goes back to my point. It's done all the time. We just pick and choose who to use it against and who not to, depending on who we like or who we're trying to tear down at the moment. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I felt like what he did was a very genius move because it's like, all right, I use a battle that I remember, Av versus B Magic. So Av had nothing but B flips, Magic flips, B Magic flips, Crypt flips. The color blue because it's the color that relates to Crypt flips. It's the call it June flips because we know his first name now. Like it was the same thing that everyone's been doing before, and vice versa would be Magic. Ad flips using streets, avenues, cul-de-sac, concrete, asphalt, the stealing references. It's the same shit over and over and over. To where if any one of y'all go and battle at any other league, you're gonna hear the same material. You're gonna hear the same material. The same thing. Nothing changes. Nothing changes. Except for the person's name that you're battling. That's it. And what a lot of people don't understand, also to go back to your point of not being able to watch everything, nowadays people's names aren't even that original anymore. To whether the person on Smack may have had the name first, but you got the people coming up to where they might not have stole the name, but a piece of their name is in reference to what somebody else's name is. Like
Angry Norb. Angry
huh?
Norbs. Like the Angry Norb movement. He stole that from Angry Fan. Like even league owners is doing it.
Like yeah. Well that's a troll move. He just having fun with that. You know what I'm saying? But like you got other people in this culture whose name has magic in it. Or has Av in it. So that's where you get the whole things that I know pop up on Facebook where a battle drops and now the guy Red Magic from Nebraska Battle League is putting up his video on how he battled the guy Right Left Avenue. I'm just making up names. And he said a bar that B Magic said to Av, and that Avenue guy said a bar to him using the word magic that Av said to him, and people are saying, oh, you copied it from me. You know what I'm saying? So as far as coincidences go, to bring that back, you know what I'm saying? That's how those type of things happen. Even down to the names aren't so original anymore. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to find another Jakkboy Maine, no matter how you flip it. The name's original. The content's original. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to find another one. So But a lot of these names are to the point where it's the same shit. So where on the big scale and on the little scale, you're hearing the same things.
Right.
And it's not being sorted through and broken down properly. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, it also makes, I'm not gonna say anybody's doing this because I'm not sitting next to all of these people, so I don't know. But it also makes it the way you can also take the angle of maybe some of these guys are watching these lower league joints because they know the people that's watching URL isn't.
Right.
So they get away with doing it.
Because nobody's going to ever see that battle anyway, so I might as well use their bars. Or their name, for that matter.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody's seeing it. Everybody that's watching URL prominently isn't going to watch these other smaller leagues. So, I'm gonna just go ahead and use this or remake it in a sense.
So, what would be your advice to Jay Black and Tech9 and any other media outlet that does what they do and not actually know the full scale of the topic they might be talking about? What would you say to them?
All I would say is research more and be consistent. That's it. Research more and be consistent. If you're gonna speak on it with one person, understand that something you're saying about one person can be said about your favorite artist. You know what I'm saying? Like it goes both ways. You know what I'm saying? Which something else that goes on in the culture is I've learned that which is it's kind of a different topic, but I've learned that a lot of these older guys, like I know how they talk about their views and popularity and things like that. They don't like to acknowledge that a lot of that shit just comes from time, not necessarily what they say. Like when we talk about getting 2 million views or something in a month or things like that, like, bro, that's just because a lot of people know you. That doesn't mean a lot of people like that battle.
Okay.
There's plenty of bad battles that got millions of views, or lackluster battles that got millions of views, and there's plenty of great battles that don't have that. And all that is equate to is people just have been knowing y'all for so long. That's it. It's not even necessarily like, for example, the places that I've been, you know what I'm saying, when I was incarcerated or free, a lot of people that's like casual fans, when they get to speaking about the older guys, they don't even talk about what they're doing now. They talk about, like I was just recently in a situation, and when people be finding out like, oh, you do the smack joint? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I remember that Tay-Rock and K-Shine joint. And then I'd be like, yeah, well, you know what I'm saying? Rock just had a battle versus Hollow. Oh, I ain't seen that joint. I ain't watched it for so long. And then be like, so it's just a popularity thing.
Because again, at one point, that's all it was. So like it was only a certain amount. So they've already got the popularity because there wasn't a lot of other battle rappers out at that point. Got you.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people right now that, like, for instance, B Magic still got a lot of fans. A lot of that's because a lot of these people don't know what he been doing recently. That he been choking everywhere he go. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't know that. All they remember is the conceited B Magic or the Tay-Rock B Magic or, you know what I'm saying, the old B Magic, the clean paper B Magic. They don't really remember the newer stuff. You know what I'm saying? Speaking for the casual fans. You know what I'm saying? But their numbers still equate in the statistics of these things.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So it's like if you really start to break it down, a lot of this shit is popularity. Like, it's not even necessarily that everything that they're doing is dope 100% of the time. It's just that people's been knowing you longer. You know what I'm saying? At this point, for example, Drake could put out a horrible song. It could be horrible. He's still gonna get millions of views on it just off the fact that the anticipation of it. People are gonna wanna.
They might not like it, but they at least gave it a shot. They at least checked it out.
Whereas in you get you a new guy who drops something that's dope, it has to actually go through the process of being found first. Because nobody really knows who this person is yet. But that record could be better than the record of the person that you've been knowing for so long. But the numbers aren't going to equate because they don't have the popularity.
That's, yo, you dropping some jewels in this fucking thing, man. You dropping some real gems right now, bro.
I'm just talking about what I see though. Like, this is what I notice, and I'm not a guy that just do something and then walk away from it. No, I'm a student of the game as well. So I see these type things and I understand these type things, and it's like, it'd be cool. Yeah, y'all got y'all. Another thing I've noticed, you know what I'm saying? A lot of these vets, they got their 100K followers on Instagram, Twitter, and things like that. But you put out a tweet that can only get 100 likes and 50 retweets. Nigga, where the rest? That's 150 or maybe 100 people, because most people like and retweet together. So you got 100 people, maybe 150 people at the most, but you have 100K followers. That's bad.
Yeah.
That's not good. That is bad.
Yeah, those analytics are really. I see that a lot, not just with battle rappers, just with people in general. Like, how you got 100,000 followers, but you only got, like you said, like 100 likes. So it's like, how does that, add up? That's pretty weird.
You know what I'm saying? Or you put up a video on Instagram and you got 100K followers, but your video can only get fucking 20,000 views. I understand you got 20,000 views. To somebody on a lower scale, that may be like, ooh, they got a lot of views. When you actually look at the comparison of the numbers, like, that's ass. Right. That's trash. Right. A lot of your followers aren't still in tune with you. Right. A lot of those accounts might not even be the same account that they're using anymore.
They're following you because of one thing you've already done, but really don't care about the new shit you're doing. That makes sense?
Exactly.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, I followed Jakkboy Maine because he was putting up, naked chicks in bikinis. Now he putting up pictures of him and his son. I don't really care about him and his son.
I see that. I see things like that too, though.
Right. That's not a real fan anyway. So
exactly. Yeah. Like, there's certain things, like, if you go on even the normal person's pages, you know what I'm saying, you'll notice there's certain things that get more likes and views than other things. Like, if someone put a picture up about their family that's a battle rapper, doesn't really get too much traffic from it. But then if they put up something controversial, it gets traffic. And sometimes it gets more traffic than the viewers that they have on a regular basis, for the simple fact you got people that don't follow them that just heard about it and now want to go and see it. But what they do on a normal basis doesn't get that much. It doesn't produce that much traffic. Doesn't do as much.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? And it's things like that I noticed, to where it's like, I think a lot of these analytics of these situations is motherfucking, how can I say it? I just think it's overdone, for lack of better words. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think a lot of people are putting too much into things that they don't fully understand. Like, it's no way you should have 70K followers on Twitter, but you make a tweet and you can only get 200 likes and retweets. Like, 70K to 200, I don't even think that's 2%, if 1%.
Hey, I'm a prime example. I got over 50,000 subscribers on my channel, but some things I put up might only get 300-400 views. Let's take the new guys. I'm out in Chicago and I got guys that people probably never heard of, but I got hundreds of views. But I put up an interview of, a K-Shine or something, and, it does thousands of views. So it's like, I have 50,000 subscribers. You would think every video I put up should get 50,000 views. Whether they liked it or not is, it's different, but
a different story.
Yeah. So again, some people are subscribed to my channel for a particular reason, maybe the bar exam. So if it's not a bar exam going up, they're not going to watch the video. You know what I mean? Some are only Jakkboy Maine fans. So they're not going to watch anybody else except Jakkboy Maine. So, yeah, you're right. You're right. That's a great fucking point.
These are just the things that I've noticed, you know what I'm saying, by being in the position that I'm in these things. And it's like, I ain't really trying to trash nobody. I'm more so just trying to get people to open their mind and see the different perspectives. Because one thing I've learned in life is it's hard for people to view other perspectives outside of their own. You know what I'm saying? So it's like basically like at this point, just reiterating, like, when you have all of these followers and you think you such this big prominent figure, but yet you can only produce a certain amount on average.
1%.
How many followers are true followers? Yeah, only 1, 2, maybe 3% of your followers are active in following you and doing something. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't equate. But yet, when it comes to setting up a match, the first thing someone gonna yell is, "Well, I got 80K followers. He only got 1,000 followers." Yeah, bro, but you only got 100 people that actually pay attention to what you say on the regular. So those 80K followers mean what again?
Right. Right. Give me 80K followers and 80K likes. Now we talking. Or
you know
shit. Or 50K
at least give me 50%. Something,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Give me 50%.
Right.
Something. You know what I'm saying? And I mean that goes for me too. I ain't sitting here saying that all of my things equate to that, and that's also something that allows me to notice because I look at my own shit and I'm like, all right, I got this many followers, but I put out a tweet and only this many people pay attention to it. So why the hell do I have all these followers? You know what I'm saying? I'm able to look outside the fact of what my followers say and look at my actual activity. And it's like, so why do I have all these followers? What the hell are y'all following? Because clearly not me.
Tell me what it is you're following me for so I could either give you that or let you know you ain't going to get it. Unfollow me, motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's to the point where I don't even really care about social media no more besides promoting. You know what I'm saying? It's like I know I came in the game talking a lot of shit on all platforms, and now it's to the point to where I've noticed what's going on, and I studied the game so much, even outside of just rapping, to where it's like, you know, a lot of these fans are truly fickle. They don't really interact as much as they like to say they do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of battle rappers get so big-headed because they like, yeah, I got 80K followers, this, that, and the third. Bro, you're getting less than 1,000 likes, retweets, things like that. You know what I'm saying? And one thing I've also noticed to actually equate what a battle rapper's real views are, don't look at them for just one platform. You know what I'm saying? See what they numbers do on URL. And see what they numbers do on, and nowadays, you know, it's a different format. So see what they numbers do on URL, then on their home league, then on a league that doesn't have that many subscribers. And you kind of average it out, and you can see exactly how much somebody is being followed.
J400 made a good point about that also, is like, you know, there's a push behind certain battle rappers that's not behind other battle rappers, so it's hard for them to get that look either way.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? But there's also different kinds of pushes. And it also comes from where you lay your loyalties at and who you lay your loyalties with, depending on the different pushes you get. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, shit, I go on record and say it. You know what I'm saying? The nigga Rad B got, you know what I'm saying, he got the UW push. It might not be the same as the URL push, but he got the UW push. I mean, just being honest, Homeboy is trash. You know what I'm saying? Homeboy is fucking ass cheeks. But a lot of us know his fucking name because UW is a prominent league and they pushing him.
Could we say that about you too?
I mean, there's people who do say that. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean, it's people. I mean, if you want to be real, there's people that say that all the way up, all the way at the top. People say it about Charlie Clips. People say it about Hitman. People say it about Sue Surf. We're not gonna be able to please everybody. You know what I'm saying? So that really kind of goes for everybody. But just making an example, like there's different kind of pushes. No need to speak on the URL push because that's what most people watch, so they understand that. So I was just trying to go to something different. But like we all know Rad B, you know what I'm saying? But when the fuck has he brought to the game? Besides being the guy that Arsenal puts in front of all of these big names to try and help build a profile, but he'll never do shit with it. See what I'm saying? Like, but we still know who he is because he's being put in our face.
Right, right.
You know what I mean? So, and I'm pretty sure he has a reasonable amount of followers and stuff like that on his platform, on his social medias and shit. I don't know. I don't follow the nigga. I don't search for the nigga. But I hear his name, you know what I'm saying? Because he's in a spot where that push is going to generate you some traction.
Would you battle him?
Hell no.
Not even just for the check?
Nah, I'm good. For me, it's bigger than a check. Like, all of this shit for me is bigger than a check. Like, I don't be doing, like, don't get me wrong. Of course, I want to get paid. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. But a lot of this shit is bigger than just get the check. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause you can get a check and go down. You can get a check and go up. You know what I mean? My thing is, like, and my biggest thing was always bringing something to my city that has never been done in my city. I've accomplished that. And about to re-accomplish that by bringing URL back at some point. You know what I'm saying? That was my biggest thing. Now that I've made the mark in my city, you know what I'm saying? Now it's about making the mark all over the world.
Facts. Yo, this was supposed to be an interview. It became a fucking hour-long conversation. And it was a great fucking conversation.
Yeah. I mean, it be like that sometimes. And I really had a lot to say, like, cause I've been watching and studying a lot of this shit. And I don't want nobody get me wrong, you know what I'm saying? I got a lot of respect for Jay Black. Fuck Tech 9, but I got a lot of respect for Jay Black. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's still like certain things gotta be said. Like when you come at a group of people where you generalize it instead of being specific, you kind of put titles and things over top of and stigmas over top of people that may not fit every single person in that generalized brand that you're trying to speak on. That's why it's very good to be specific about what you're saying. Because I agree in some points, there are some people that's cookie cutter, as he likes to say, or are just using the same formats as the vets. But those who aren't, you know what I'm saying, whether you think they win or they lose or whatever the case may be, I think that deserves to be highlighted in its own right. You know what I'm saying? Because you got the people who's out here trying to put something new into the culture, but they're not really getting that. And I'm not just speaking for myself, but they're not really getting that just due. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not being given 100%. So what we do is we just generalize it. Oh, the new guys. Like, but not all of the new guys are doing the same thing.
15 minutes of fame. Let's go.